Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is Saturday, May 16th, 2020. You are watching a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius for this upcoming week in May. Because it's general, it can't pertain to anything, relationships or otherwise. Be flexible with the energy. My intention is to reach those that need the message and will benefit from it. Hopefully that's you, Sagittarius. Parts of this reading may resonate for you, parts may not. Take what does, leave behind what doesn't. And hopefully by the end you feel like you have something worthwhile that's helpful to you. Carmilla is here. She's tucked under my hair. It's a little bit of a chilly, rainy morning today. This afternoon, I should say. It's afternoon, not morning. I got up late. And she's tucked away. But she'll probably make an appearance here and there. Anyway, Sagittarius, let's get started. I want to give this first deck one more good shuffle, and then we'll see what's going on with Sagittarius for this week in May. Here we go. Starting off with the King of Swords, paired with the Four of Swords. Five of Wands in reverse, paired with the Two of Wands. The World in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse. And then the Six of Cups. Okay, Sagittarius, I got a really clear, obvious message from this first set of cards. And from the King of Swords, first of all, the King of Swords could represent your energy, but it could represent somebody you're dealing with. I think that, though, that what I'm seeing is that this could be your higher self who's saying, you know what, you need to go sit in the corner and think about this for a while. I think there's something that's happened in your recent past where Spirit's saying, look, you need to think about what happened, you need to figure out what happened, and then do something about it. So with these two cards, the first thing that came to my head is go sit in the corner and think about it. So Sagittarius has been put in the corner. And I think that you've been put in the corner, Sagittarius, because I think you've given up on something. It might be kind of a pattern of behavior, giving up on something that maybe you were fighting really hard for, and maybe you're giving up at the last minute. And I do feel like it has to do with the connection. I do feel like there is a connection, a relationship, a soulmate energy involved in this conflict. Something, again, that you've given up on, that you've left behind, that you were fighting for, but you left it behind. Now, Six of Cups energy is somebody who is a soulmate, somebody you may have a soul contract with. In other words, you came down into this 3D existence with a plan to interact with this person in some way, shape, or form while living out your life. And you did it for the purpose of learning some life lessons, spiritual growth. The soulmate connection does not have to be intimate or romantic. It can be anybody in your life. It's just somebody who is definitely significant and somebody that you're meant to spend some time with. I do feel like you're in the process of making a decision while you're sitting in your corner, Sagittarius. I feel like you're in the process of choosing a new path or trying to figure out where to go from here. And I do feel like you're dealing with a lot of internal conflict. There's a big struggle going on here. Something that doesn't feel very comfortable, and I think it doesn't feel comfortable. Sylvester, okay, the cat's joined us, as you can see. Now, the cat and the bird have been at odds today so far. She's napping or whatever she's doing under my hair, and so it might be okay, but she's been attacking him. She's an aggressive bird. For those of you who are unfamiliar with my channel, when you see the cat and the bird around, don't fear for the bird, fear for the cat, because he's the victim in this situation. She can be very aggressive, and she has no mercy when it comes to him. So I have to be very careful when they're both around and protect him from getting bitten. Anyway, what was I saying? So Sagittarius, I feel like you're sitting in your corner. I feel like you're wrestling with something that maybe you feel like you've been fighting for, you really, really want, It could have to do with a connection, like I said, or something related to a connection. And I feel like maybe at the last minute, you just throw your hands up and say, I can't do it anymore, I give up, it's too hard. And Spirit's kind of put you in your corner saying, look, you have to push through this to the end. You have to fight to the end. You can't give up in the last leg of the race. You've got to keep pushing forward. And for some reason, there's this something keeping you from doing that. Feels like yourself. And this guy in this picture in this card, I just noticed one of his shoes is off. If you're quitting in that last leg of the race, you could be saying to Spirit, look, my shoe just fell off. I couldn't. I tripped and my shoe fell off. And Spirit's like, you know what? That's a lame excuse, Sagittarius. You're just making up crap in order to, you know, feel sorry for yourself and not get the job done. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm going to give this deck one more shuffle. Let's see what else we get. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Strength. There's the Queen of Swords, clarifying the 2 of Wands. Page of Wands in reverse. There's the Quitter card. Here's the one this is, well, let's get the rest of these cards out before I start talking about him. He's not always the Quitter card, but that's what came into my head when I saw it. So we got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. 6 of Swords, clarifying the 6 of Cups. And then the 2 of Pentacles. So again, I've got a 2 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, got the 4 of Swords. A lot of cards indicating there is potentially a decision-making process going on, probably in your head, Sagittarius. Again, I feel like you are mulling over the idea that maybe you've left someone or a connection behind, trying to get past this idea that you gave up on something that you've been fighting for. And you might be feeling a little bit sorry for yourself. I'm just throwing that out there, and I hope you don't get offended, Sagittarius, but that's what I'm seeing with this Page of Wands, is that you get to this point, it falls apart, but it's because you gave up on it. You stopped fighting for it. And as a result, really what you're left with is an opportunity to feel sorry for yourself. I just get that strong sense that that last push, that last part of the fight is where you fall apart. So we have a Queen of Swords on the table. Again, this could be somebody that you're dealing with. It could represent your higher self, can represent your spirit guides. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's a very clear thinker, clear communicator. She stands in her truth. She doesn't mess around with sugarcoating things. She's not going to put up with you, trying to explain your way out of why you didn't succeed at something. She's going to be like, look, you made this decision, and really what you made the decision that you made is that you couldn't make a decision. And you need to face that reality, Sagittarius. You just gave up because it got too hard. It got overwhelmingly too hard. And so you gave it up. And again, this Queen of Swords could represent somebody that you are talking to, a good friend, family member. Again, it could represent yourself, what's going on in your head, and that's what I have more than anything else. Your spirit guides, okay, Sylvester, you know I love you, but you have to get down. Okay, I can't operate with a cat and a bird on my body. The bird is fortunately tucked away and not bothering me, so she can hang out. So Sagittarius, it looks like you, again, this is an opportunity to connect or start something with somebody significant. Six of Cups energy. This could be an opportunity to work with somebody that is a soulmate energy, somebody that's perfect for you, somebody who will help you grow, help you see things in a different light, somebody that you will obviously be will have a tremendous effect on as well. This person and you will benefit from having each other in each other's lives because you planned it this way. There's a reason why you made this contract with this person, and it's because you could go places with this individual. You will work well together. You'll be able to shake, rattle, and roll, make things move. You're going to benefit from this connection. And for whatever reason, again, it's like quitting at the last moment, not being willing to push through that last part of the race to get to the finish line. And that's what I've got with this first two sets of cards. So let's get some more cards out here, Sagittarius, and see what else we get. Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Star. The Fool in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. And this is clarifying the Six of Cups. And then Judgment. So what I'm seeing with the Ace of Cups Star card in your underlying energy is that, again, this could be a problem with you kind of giving up on yourself or not feeling confident enough to close the deal, to make something happen and get to that finish line. And there's something missing maybe in you, and it could be self-confidence. I think that you are setting yourself up for, you could be possibly setting yourself up for failure because you're just too fearful. You're overly cautious. You're thinking up all of the things that could go wrong, or all of the reasons why this wouldn't work, and you're setting yourself up for failure. And I think that's what this Queen of Swords might be saying. And you know, this might be uncomfortable because she's not, like I said, she's not going to sugarcoat what this is all about. She's going to tell you like it is. And she's not worried about hurting your feelings, as is this King of Swords. They're kind of just like, well, you know what? This is just the way it is, Sagittarius. I mean, it's really a matter of you throwing in the towel when it comes to your own self-confidence, feeling good about where you are, what you have to offer, where you're headed, what your ultimate goal is. Maybe you're unclear about what you really want. Maybe that's what the Seven of Cups in reverse is all about. Maybe you're not sure about what you want, because that's what it comes down to when it comes down to making this decision, Sagittarius. You need to know what you want, and you need to be committed to it to the end, no matter how hard it gets. So with the Seven of Swords coming out with the Six of Cups, and you deciding to leave this behind, to move away from this, I mean, this could be self-destructive behavior, lying to yourself, shooting yourself in the foot, because I think that you are giving yourself false hope. You're putting yourself into this mindset of failure that you have to give up the fight because it's not meant for you, or it's not right, or maybe it's not what you want, because you're questioning yourself at the very end. I think when you go into this, when you went into this endeavor, whatever this was for you, and I feel like it's a connection, but I also feel like it could be connected to something else. Maybe a working connection, a colleague, a business partner, building something together with this Three of Pentacles out here. I think when you think about it, there's a lot of hope and a lot of can't think of the words I'm trying to say. It really bothers me when that happens. It's like my mind goes blank. I think that when you went into this endeavor, and I do feel like it could be building a connection with a significant individual, but for the purpose of also building something else with this person. It's not just for the sake of having a relationship. I think that there was something else. I think when you started off with this endeavor, there was a lot of confidence, a lot of willpower, a lot of momentum. I get the feeling that you felt like this was definitely something that was going to change your life in a really significantly positive way. But then I think as time went on, you started, maybe you ran into some stumbling blocks. Maybe things weren't as easy as you thought they would be. And it messed up your confidence to the point where you ultimately gave up. And then when this Page of Swords, or Page of Wands, what I get more than anything is that you want to relieve yourself of this burden, maybe by blaming other things, other people, reasons. You know, trying to think up the reasons that ultimately will explain away why you didn't obtain what you thought you wanted. With the Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, both in the upright. This King and Queen, both in the upright. Star card coming out. Strength. Nine of Pentacles. I do get a sense that this is not lost. It's not lost to you. It's just on temporary hold right now because you've decided not to go for it. Because what you need to do right now, Sagittarius, is get past this Seven of Swords energy, where for whatever reason you decided to lie to yourself and tell yourself that this is not good for you, that this isn't what you want after all. I mean, you want the Six of Cups. You definitely want this. This is a soulmate energy that is going to benefit you and your life. It's going to put you on your right. It's not going to put you on your right track because you're already there. If you've obtained a Six of Cups connection, then you've already been on your right path. And I think you are there. You are on your right path. You've just run into a stumbling block. You've just run into the stumbling block, Sagittarius, and that stumbling block is you decided to give up. So Spirit's telling you, Sagittarius, this is on you. This is the reason why you haven't gotten to the point where you want to get is because you decided to let it go. You decided to quit. You lost confidence. And maybe you even to a certain point thought, you know what, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this, so I've got to give it up. And that's not true, Sagittarius. You know that's not true because that's just you talking yourself out of something you know is right for you. Let's get some more cards out. Oh, shit. Okay. Knight of Cups just dropped onto the floor, but he's getting shuffled back into the deck because I don't take things that fall onto the floor, but maybe he'll come out again. So again, this could be a potential new connection. Maybe it's a connection you already are invested in and you're going to take it to the next level. Maybe you just have to take that next step. And there's the cat. There's the cat again, Sagittarius. I got to get this next set out here. And there's the bird doing her thing. Okay. Let's get this next set out here and see what else we get, Sagittarius. We have the World in reverse again. And the Three of Wands. Nice. Nine of Pentacles again. Ace of Cups again in reverse, or in reverse again, I should say. That's interesting. The King and Queen of, I'll show it to you in just a second. Five of Swords again in reverse. Lovers. Ten of Cups in reverse. And then the Hangman. Okay, so I just need to show you these cards. So I think this could be your spirit guides. I just get a strong feeling like, and you can call it intuition, you can call it your angels, you can call them whatever you want. But your higher self is trying to tell you, look, this is about self-confidence. This is about you not trusting that this is right for you, or feeling like you're good enough. You have to decide that you are good enough, that you are capable of achieving this, that you're worthy, and that you should have this. Because the good news is, Sagittarius, it's still available to you. And I think that both this King and this Queen, again, this could be a set of friends that you're talking to. Both this King and Queen are saying, look, this opportunity is still there, it's still available to you. Your ships are coming in, but you just have to be willing to move on this, to take that next step, and you can have this. It's yours. It's yours for the taking, Sagittarius, but you need to make that move. You need to take that first step. The first step, the last step, the middle step, whatever step it is, you need to take it. And ultimately what's going on here is you're wrestling with this low level of self-confidence. And this loss of self-confidence seems to be coming right at that end point. You're losing your Nine of Pentacles self-confidence right at that point when you're ready to obtain the prize, cross the finish line, achieve success. In order to have this, you just need to regain this and let go of this. And the Five of Wands, Fool in reverse. This is all about being scared, not being willing to take the chance, not being willing to take the risk because maybe you just don't feel like you've got it in you, or again, you're scared of the outcome. You think that you're not going to ultimately achieve what you want to achieve, and you're missing out, Sagittarius. You're missing out. I think right now you might be in this state where you're kind of, again, Four of Swords energy, Hangman energy, you're in this state of trying to make a decision, trying to weigh your options, trying to figure out the pros and cons. If you move on from this, if you leave it behind once and for all, are you giving up your Ten of Cups? The cards are indicating yes. The cards are indicating yes, Sagittarius. If you give up on this, you are walking away from a Ten of Cups. Really, the thing that's standing in your way is the fact that you haven't made a decision, a final decision to make that last push, to put in that last ounce of effort. And it's because you don't feel like you're deserving of it. And you are. You are, Sagittarius. Not only are you deserving of it, it's going to be something that is going to transform your life. It's going to be something that's going to transform who you are and how you feel and what you think about yourself. So I want to reiterate, I want to explain that I do feel like there's a Six of Cups energy involved in whatever this is, but there's something else here. It could be a business endeavor. It could be a creative adventure that you've been working on. It could be anything of that nature. Something that you feel like you really want, something that you've been working really hard for. And I feel like there's a Six of Cups energy involved in this. So it's not just about making a connection, building a relationship, taking something to the next level. There is more to it than that. Because honestly, right now, I do feel like you're embodying this kind of energy when you're not in this quitter mindset. You're embodying the Nine of Pentacles, strength energy, which is somebody who's very confident, feeling good about themselves. You're doing well, you know, in different areas of your life, including work and finances, and feeling good about where you're headed and what you've accomplished. But again, there's something missing here. And it's that cup that's going to ultimately bring you to your Ten of Cups. And what you're doing is, by not embracing that self-love, by not feeling that confidence, by giving up on yourself, you're moving away from your Ten of Cups because you're letting that cup go. You're releasing it, feeling like you're not worthy of it. Let's get this last round out, Sagittarius. There's the Four of Swords again, twice in your underlying energy. Two of Pentacles again, this time in reverse. Don't bite my ear. Be nice. You've been nice so far. Why can't you continue to be nice? If she could just be nice for longer than, I don't know, 20 minutes at a time, I would be thrilled. There's the Knight of Cups, and he's in reverse. He came out. Don't. Five of Swords again, this time in the upright position. Stop it. Stop it. There's the King of Swords again in reverse. You have a lot of repeats, Sagittarius. It's crazy. This king is admonishing you for your petulant behavior. Six of Wands. Stop it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put you on your cage. Moon in reverse. And then we have the Three of Swords. So I need to get you off my shoulder. Let's do this here. Come here. Good girl. Okay. Got a new deck of tarot cards from my birthday from my son, the Star Spinner Tarot. I'm working with them, not on camera because I need to get through the deck and see if there's new meanings to the cards, that kind of thing. And I'm not familiar enough with them and the artwork to use them efficiently in a regular reading, so I might bring them into the YouTube readings. I haven't decided yet. So we're going to get a Dreams of Gaia tarot card for you, Sagittarius, and see what else we can get. Last piece of advice, maybe some words of encouragement. Having trouble shuffling because the cat's sleeping in my lap now. But I do want to talk about this last set here real quick before we get that. So the Knight of Cups did come out, and I do feel, again, that there's a connection here that you could have a significant individual that is a partner in some way, shape, or form for you, a soulmate. Again, this does not have to be intimate or romantic, but this is somebody who you were meant to live out at least part of your life with this individual, because you have a soul contract with this person. And the problem is you're not willing to take that last step to move forward with this connection, whether it's taking it to the next level, starting the connection altogether, or accepting that it is more than what it may appear to be on the surface. And this King of Swords, again, could be your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels. This King of Swords feels like he's admonishing you. He's saying, look, you need to let go of this mindset. It's too hard. I can't do it. I need to give up. And this is really an immature mindset. Somebody who just, in the face of a challenge, when things start to get hard and difficult, you throw your hands up in the air and say, I can't do it anymore. It's not meant for me. It's not worth my time. I need to let it go. You might be hanging on to some secrets that you need to release regarding this connection, or maybe you need to be more open about how you're feeling about this connection. There's a sense that maybe you're not willing to talk about this, or maybe you're not willing to reveal how you feel about what's going on here, and that could be what's holding you back. Ultimately, though, what you're choosing is, if you decide that this is too hard for you, that you have to leave it behind because it's just too hard. You can't take that last step forward. You can't cross the finish line. What you're doing is you're choosing the Three of Swords. You're choosing grief. You're choosing a situation that you're going to have to heal from because you gave up on something that you really want. And something that you know ultimately will be good for you, Sagittarius. So don't give it up. It's that simple. And I know it's not simple. I'm not trying to make light of this situation because I can tell whatever it is that you're dealing with is challenging. But it's challenging in the head. It's challenging because you've made it challenging. If I'm being totally honest with you, Sagittarius, I mean, here's the thing. This is within your grasp. The cards are telling me so. This is yours for the taking. But you have to put in the energy. You have to be willing to actually act on it. You can't just sit here and think about it. If you just sit here and think and dwell and meditate and wonder and hope, all you're doing is ultimately giving this up. You're giving up on it because all you're doing is thinking about it. But you have this at your fingertips. You just have to take action. You have to manifest this through actions, not just thought. Thought is great, sure, think about it. You know, having a positive mindset, putting thought into something, talking about it, all of that is a move toward what you want. But then you ultimately have to make it happen by acting upon what you're thinking. It can't stay in that phase of thinking about it forever, because if it's all you do is just think about it, then it's never going to transpire for you. Right, Sagittarius? Honestly, this is a really clear reading, and what I get more than anything is you have this available to you. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to decide to take it. You have this available to you. Six of Cups. I don't want to pick up these cards. I need to get this last card out. I'm trying to not shorten. I just want to be more efficient with my readings, and I tend to ramble, and so I'm trying to not pick up the cards as frequently as I do. Whatever. Wisdom. Let's read this, Sagittarius, and see what it says. And then we're going to wrap this up. This is a good card to end this one on. I think it's going to definitely resonate for you, Sagittarius. Okay, and wisdom, let's see. I'm just going to read the main meaning of it. These major arcana cards have past, present, future as well. I'm going to read the main meaning, which is just about a half page. Okay, Sagittarius, here we go. The second of the 8 primary reasons for being is to acquire wisdom. While a person can have great knowledge, if they have no understanding, that knowledge will not make them wise. An individual may possess a great capability to retain facts and information, but lack the ability to truly process what they've learned. Some say wisdom cannot be learned from a book. It is something that is learned through experience. True wisdom is born of understanding our experiences. Wisdom stems from learning from one's successes and mistakes, one's trials and adventures, one's gains and losses. Wisdom is born of awareness and discernment that allows you to judge the best course of action. In most situations, wisdom is the application of knowledge, logic, and common sense. Wisdom is the synthesis of external information acquired via personal experience and learning. It comes from using logic, emotion, and intuition to analyze and understand, to discern the truth, to grow in awareness, and then use that knowledge to find our place and purpose within the universe and to live a good and productive life. So again, what I'm getting from this is it feels, Sagittarius, like you are definitely one of those people who has acquired a significant amount of knowledge. And you've done that through maybe analyzing and processing in your head what your life experiences have taught you over time. And that's great. I mean, that's great to gain that kind of knowledge. But then wisdom is acquired by experiencing that. So think about what you've learned, but then put it to work for you. Put that knowledge to work for you. Take action on what you've learned so that you can acquire the wisdom. And I think that Sagittarius, this reading, as difficult as difficult of a time I think that you're having right now, this reading is very promising. And I think that it's definitely indicating that if you can work through this, which is your you know, you're hanging on to that self-deprecating attitude that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, because you are, Sagittarius. If you can work through that and get past that, then I think that you have some really significant positive things coming your way, which is in the form of not only a significant connection. Sylvester, you are slipping out of my lap. You're going to fall on the ground. He's not even aware. He's like slipping through my legs and getting ready to fall on the ground. Not only are you going to have this, if you just decide to go for it, you will have, you have on the table someone who you can build something with, someone who you can create with, and all you have to do is change your perspective regarding what you deserve. And then once you do that, you can make your move, take action, and obtain what you know you deserve and what you've been working for, Sagittarius. This reading turned out to be really long, 41 minutes. Okay, so we're going to leave that here. I hope that you got something out of this reading, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. If it did resonate, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to. I love that you came back to watch me again. If you are a returning viewer, if you are a new viewer, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope I see you again soon. Bye, Sagittarius.